Welcome back. We want to talk a little bit about line spacing. However, to start off with our assignment today, I want you to take a screenshot of this. So again, you can do the Control Shift, the multi-screen button, or the button above the number 6. And then we want to go in here and I want to be able to see what you like as your ice cream. Copy the clipboard, open up your Gmail, create an email to me, paste this or insert this into the email, and that way I've got it. We're going to talk about more about that. So we're going to do line spacing. First, though, we're still in 9.3, so we're going to continue to work with that. Notice that they say right here, click line spacing button to display a drop-down menu. So we first need to select. So we're going to select what I've got for my 3 cookies. Click the line spacing button. Now, where is a line spacing button at? Well, we could sit there and we could go through here. I think it's going to be here in format. Format is sort of what we're looking at. And you're right, it's here. So we could go single. That's the most common. That pulls it tight together. It's great when you've got a lot of information. 1.15, a little easier on the eyes when you're trying to work with that, and then double, things like that. But you can also custom space. So let's look at this. So we could sit there and say, I want to make it 1.25. Apply. Now it did. I saw it change just a little bit. Let's go back to format, line spacing. I want it single. Now you can see it really pulled it in together. Things like that can make a big difference in what you're doing with your project, but also it can make a difference in how it fits onto one page. And that can be very important. So make sure you take the time, find what the instructor wants. Different teachers have different options that they look for. Right now, I want you to leave it at the 1.15. Okay? So we're through with 9.3 or lesson 9.3. We're going to start on lesson 9.4. And this is paragraph styles. Pay close attention to this, people. This is really important, especially with your English classes. You'll need to know this. And so I'm going to go down here, hit enter. Now, I want to call this lesson 9-4, enter. We're going to have to come up here and change this now to 4. That's fine. So they're talking about how you can open up your lesson 9, how you can create a document, rename it, and all that. You already know how to do that. Now, they're talking about how to enter a page break. So we've got our document. You can see it right here. This is where we're through right now. And then they say that you can go into the Insert pull-down menu, Insert pull-down menu, Break. You can do a page break. Now, the other thing is you can see that they also show Control Enter gives you a page break. So I can click here and suddenly I have 2 pages. I want to go Control Z. I'm back up here. I just have 1. Or I can do Control Enter and now I have 2 pages. That's really important and can really be helpful when you do need to put in a chart and it's just not enough room on this page to make it fit well. By doing a page break, it's a quick, easy way to add another page in there. So we now have 2 pages. I want you to keep that in mind. Click anywhere in the first line on the first page. Click the Styles button to display the drop down. So we're anywhere on here. But they want you to click the Styles button to display a drop-down list. The style of the paragraph. Let's look. Again, I think that should be here in Format. Paragraph Styles. Now, this is where we are right now in the textbook. So you want to go to Format, Paragraph Styles, and then highlight one of these with the dropout arrow. You've got borders and shading, normal text, all of this, and you've even got options. Again, this is where I want you to do a screenshot, Control Shift, the multi-display button above the number 6. Make sure you include the title and the paragraphs. Copy to clipboard, then go open up Gmail and insert it in that Gmail. So now you have 2. Excuse me. Okay. So we're talking about the styles, and they're saying here the normal style is used for basic body text in the document. Click title in the drop-down list. This sets the paragraph style. Pardon me. Click title in the drop-down list. This sets the paragraph style to title. The title inherits the formatting defined by the paragraph style. So we want to go Format, Paragraph Style, Title, Apply Title. Click anywhere in the third line. So, Title. This is where you're going to be sitting there creating, and we're going to call this title, we're going to call it Paragraph Styles. But I need to hit enter. They said the third line, so I hit enter twice, put in your name. Okay. Click the Styles button again. Now I hit it so you can see my cursor is below my name. I want to go Format, Paragraph Styles. I want to go to Heading 1. So let's apply Heading 1. Type in Heading 1. Now we're going to again hit enter. Pardon me. Format, Paragraph Styles. The book doesn't say this, but I want I do apologize. Apply Heading 2. Now we want to type in Heading 2. You can see how the font size is changing up as we go along with this. All right. Now they tell us right here that they want you to go back to normal. So let's go back up here. Again, Format, Paragraph Styles, Normal. Apply normal text. Okay, they're saying write a couple of paragraphs about various presentations you've given in other classes. Describe any visual aids you've used. Click the Insert pull-down menu. Excuse me. We're now going to add page numbers. First, we need to come up with some paragraphs. So, go to Google, and I want you to look up Mars. So, we're going to go down here, and I want us to find facts and information. Perfect. No, we're not using the first option. We're not using Wikipedia. We're using something further down on the page. Mars Explained. So here we go. We've got a couple of paragraphs right here. Control C, copy it. Go back here, Control V. A little bit bigger font size than I want, so I'm going to sit there and go back to, whoops, now I made it even bigger. Let's take it down a little bit. I want to bold print this because that's the main part we really want. Then we want to sit there and, the source. Where did we get this from? So let's copy this address. Go back here. We're going to type in source. We've got to give credit where we're getting the information from. Otherwise, we're plagiarizing. We're violating copyright, which is illegal. And many times students are fail a class just because they plagiarize on one document or even part of a document. So be respectful. Do your own work, or at least give them credit where credit is needed. So we've done all that. Now we want to do is to add a page number. And right here it says to insert. So we go to insert, and then we find page numbers. Now we choose, do we want it in the upper right-hand corner, the second page starting on the second page, the bottom right-hand corner, or more options? We're going to choose the bottom right-hand corner. Now it's hard to see on my screen, but you should be able to see the page number down here at the bottom. So now we're going to be moving on. We're going to look here. Now, and again, here in the textbook, they say click the top of the page. I kind of went against that. And then they even show you how you can change the font size. So we're not going to bother with that. We're in good shape here. We're moving on. So we're now going to start with lesson 9.5. I'll try to move this up a little bit where y'all can see it maybe better without the shadow. It's just the way the lights land. Not much I can do about it. Okay, so let's go ahead and again, we did to create a page break or add another page. There was two ways you could do it. You could go up to insert, or you can do the control enter button. Now I need to go down here, control enter. How about here? Now I got to move my cursor further on down. That's the problem I'm at. I'm going to hit enter a couple of times now, control enter. Now I've got a third page here. We're going to call this lesson 9-5. Now, we're talking about inserting images and hyperlinks. What we did right up here, you can see where my cursor is, that is a hyperlink. If I click on that, it will take me directly to that website. And that's really powerful and very helpful. They even show you an example of a hyperlink here on this page. The problem is, since it's in print, I can't click on it and have it open, or even click here in the video. I have to actually have the hyperlink set up here. And we're going to show you how to do that now. So let's go up here, change this to a 5 now. Enter. Okay. Now again, they're showing you how you can open everything up and going through your Google Drive. All right. Now, earlier we did a sports banquet planning sheet. This was several weeks ago that we did this. You may want to pull that up because you're going to need to use some of those images. Click the Insert button, the Insert pull-down menu, and click Image in the menu. So let's go over here to Insert, Image. Now, I can upload it from the computer. I can search the web. I can pull it from my drive or my photos, or even if my camera is hooked up there, I could take a picture with that. So while we've got all these options here, again, I want you to do a third screenshot. So again, Control-Shift, multi-display button. Then we're going to highlight. I want to see that you've got your title and that you have those menus open. Copy to clipboard. Open up Gmail. So now you've got 3 images in that Gmail. Yesterday you only had 1. Make sure you're paying attention here. All right. No, so back here we want to go to Insert, Image. I want you to find upload from, let's search the web. Now it's a little hard with my screen here, but I want to go over here and I'm going to type in search for images, Mars. Enter. So now I can start finding some pictures of Mars that I really like. Now, I like this one, so I'm just going to click on it. Plus, it's real quick. I'm going to click on Insert. Very hard to see on my screen, but it's down here in the very bottom right-hand corner. Click Insert. There it is. Now, that's much bigger than I want. I want to make it smaller. So when I click on it, you notice these square dots up here? Well, those allow me to bring it in. I really like to use the corner ones because then it keeps the same shape. If I use the ones on the top or bottom, I can make Mars look really flat or very skinny. So I really don't like to use those. The corner ones I like. However, the other button I could use is this one where I could rotate it. Now, with the planet, it doesn't really make a difference because it's round. I'm going to do Control Z and go back to the way it was. But you see real quickly how you could sit there and really do things, neat things with this. And many of you already do that, so it's not a big issue. All right, we're moving on. We're still on 9.5. Let's look up here though. Now, we choose the image, we opened it, and then we've played it, and then the corner handles is what they're talking about, is how to adjust your size here. Something you often need to do though is your cursor's stuck up here and you're trying to add more information. You always want to click on the outside of the box in the lower right hand corner and then hit enter a few times. And now you're able to add to it. So what we want to do now is we're going to work on setting up a hyperlink. Excuse me. All right, so inserting a hyperlink. Switch to the window or tab in which the drive page is displayed. If need, open a new window or tab and navigate to the drive page. So again, what you're doing is you're going over here to your Google Drive, and excuse me, and now you're looking for the sports banquet. I like to come up here and let's go sports. I didn't type it all in there, but I typed in, I think, enough. Now, I didn't create this document. So let's see. Maybe I need to change that to Sports Award. Now I can find some work. I see many of you, or even some of my students from the past, they've created this same thing. So I'm going to open this one that does say me on it. Okay, so I've got my diploma here, the banquet, I've got all of this here. Now, what we want to do is we want to sit there and, all right, they're saying what we want to do here first is to, let me pull this down a little bit so you can see it. Click in the address window at the top of the browser and select the entire URL and press the Control-C combination. So if I come up here and highlight all of this, now you notice I only had half of it highlighted. Then I'm only going to get that half. I need you to highlight all of it. Control-C. Now you've got that link. Let's go back over here to our lesson. Switch the, okay, is displayed, insert link button. So let's go to insert. And there's the link. I click on insert link button. Sports Awards is the title, and then I paste that link. Hit apply. Now, when I click on that, it's going to open up that document I showed you earlier. This is really simple. This is a great way to make it easy when you're wanting people to go to different websites or to find your work. So, again, this is our fourth screenshot. So I want you to go up here, Control-Shift, multi-display button. And I want you to have at least part of Mars in the sports award, copy to your clipboard, paste it in the email. All right, I think this is a good time for us to take a break. I would really like for each and every one of you to make sure you put in the 4 screenshots in an email. Make sure you have the correct subject lines that you send to me so that I can find your work, and then send it to me. We got to wrap up on lesson 13 tomorrow in EduTyping. If you're behind on that, let's make sure we get that done. Grades are due the end of this week. I'm not taking any late work after midnight tonight, so make sure you get everything turned in. If you're missing work, you got late work, work with me, talk to me. I'll help you see what we can do to get caught up. But people, grades have to go out Friday, not Monday, but Friday. So I have to make sure I have everything done this week. If you have questions, let me know. I hope you're doing well.